What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Jay with Brother Cousins Toy Reviews, and that's right, I'm back with another one. Today, I'll be reviewing DX26 Obi Wan Kenobi from the Obi Wan Kenobi show by Hot Toys. Let's check it out. Okay guys, so here we go. We got it right here. And you know, these boxes, these DX boxes come with these wonderful, wonderful pieces of artwork of the figure. And you get a little saying right here from the show. And man, this looks great. Really looks great. You get this shot here of Darth Vader looking good. You also got Obi-Wan right here doing that force push with all the rocks behind him, looking like a true badass. Very, very well done. Let's take this panel off, and here is the figure. Here is the figure, and this is a DX. You know what I'm saying? You get the DX, and this is the special edition. So you get Anakin's lightsaber, and you also get that little box right there, and the rags that go around the lightsaber in the box. That's what you get with the special edition. And we're here greeted with the figure. So let's pull this top panel off. Be real nice so we can see more of it. Yes, and you see a bunch of rocks here. And you see, like I said, you see the other rock formation base. You see the box that has the lightsaber and all that in it. It looks great. But okay, let's pull this out real quick. Let's pull the figure out real quick. Let's take a look at it. Let's do it. Let's go ahead and do this because we usually go and show everything else first. But let's show the figure. And let's do this like this. Voila, there he is. And there you is, your first shot of Obi-Wan, complete with leg warmers. Those damn leg warmers, look at that. He looks dope, a real nice looking figure. I am so happy that they changed the head sculpt, because the head sculpt that we saw in the prototypes wasn't good. Was not that good at all. But I love what they've done right here. I think they've done a great job. He does have a little weight to him. The outfit does seem a little poofy right here. I could tell that it's a nice fat suit up underneath there, and who knows, I may strip him down and remove that, but we're not going to do that all in this review. Right here you have the boots. Now I have heard people talk about the boots, which are not an accessory. But I like them. I think they're well sculpted, but yeah, we'll take a look at that later. But I heard people talk about them that they are just stiff as shit, so we'll take a look at that. But looking at the figure, first impression, I think it looks good. I think it really looks good. Let's go ahead and put the, because I like keeping them kind of, you know, pristine until I'm ready to, you know, ready to pull them out and everything. So we'll just pull this section out right here. You got the robe right there, which we'll look at this. We'll take a look at it. Let's open it up. And come on, get out the box. Got the robe right there. And this guy does have a wire in it, but I heard it doesn't hang too well, but we'll take a look at that. Got the instruction sheet. All right, you got the rocks and everything. Let's pull these out. So much stuff with this. It really is. This is a lot. But you got the rocks in there. Damn, so much plastic. Getting this out like this. This is the under tray. See all the stuff that it comes with. Dude, I see Lola. I see Lola. Okay guys, it took me some time to pull all this stuff out of the box just to show it all to you. So here it is. First up, we got this base right here. Now this is the same, pretty much the same base that we seen with the Kenobi Vader earlier this year. The only difference is you have this rock formation right here. And it looks good. I think it's well sculpted. It's great. You know, we also seen this same base with the Mark 85 back in the day. So, you know, they keep reusing parts, but hey, it works pretty good. You also have 3 rock piles right here, as you can see, and this is to give you that whole simulation of he's using the force to lift up the rocks behind him to throw at Vader, and that looks cool. And these are pretty light, but they got some weight to them. They got enough, just enough weight to them. They're not too heavy, but they're not, you know, they're not, I mean, they're not super light and they're not super heavy, but they, I mean, they get the job done, so to speak. Because it's the special edition, you get this box right here, and the box right here is to hold Anakin's lightsaber. Speaking of Anakin's lightsaber, you can see it right here. Let me go ahead and focus in on that, and there you are. Anakin's wonderful lightsaber, which we've seen several times. You also get some rags right here, and these rags wrap around the lightsaber to put in the box. You get that there. You also, and we showed this before, we have the robe right here, and we'll get the robes on the figure, you know. We'll get those on there. You get the lightsaber blades right here, the swinging one and the standard one. You get the LED, yes, this is LED powered lightsaber. You get an LED powered lightsaber with the wire, and then you get the standard lightsaber that goes on the belt. You also get the USB battery pack, the crotch grabber right here. You get these little spikes right here, these little stems right here. These are for the rocks. They click onto the base, and then you click the rocks to the stems to give you that whole, hold on, it's not, there it is. You click these to the stand of the figure, and these click onto the rocks, so it gives you that whole, the rocks are lifting up with the force simulation right there. So you get about 3 of those. Of course, you get the eyeball rolling system stick that we've all come to know and love, which we barely need to use anymore. You can just use your fingers pretty well. At least that's what I do. You also get these goggles, I believe, right here. These little teeny tiny goggles. Kind of hard to see them, but you got those right there. You get Lola. You definitely get little Lola, but no little Leia, which is kind of sucks, but you get Lola right there. I think that's well painted and think she looks good. Definitely looks good. But no little Leia. Would have been nice to get little Leia there. You got a hologram. You get a hologram. You get a hologram there of Leia's stepdaddy. Definitely. Where's Aries? Because I know Aries is so happy to have a mini Jimmy Smits. We finally got a Jimmy Smits figure, you know, in hologram form, but we finally got one. We finally got one. You get the comm for the hologram right there. You get this wonderful blaster, which you don't get to see Obi Wan with a blaster too much, but it's so cool to see him with it. And I'm gonna have him actually posed up with the blaster, because I think that looks cool, seeing Obi Wan with the blaster. You also get a pile of hands and everything, and that's about it. And that was a lot. That really was a lot. So yeah, I mean, you're mostly getting the base. That's really the big part. You're getting the base, you're getting a couple other items, but I mean, DX is the days. You know, you're lucky if you get this from DX, where back in the day, a DX was like, damn near it was 2 figures and a diorama. Thinking all the way back to DX07. So now, this is what a DX is, which is kind of sad, to be honest with you, but to today's standards, I mean, hey, you gotta, it is what it is, you know what I mean? But anyway, let's get him on the turntable and take a look at him. Okay, so before we look at the figure, I did want to show you this diorama, and I think it looks good for what it is. It really does. This rock formation, this, you know, these are the rocks that he was lifting up as he was launching them at Darth Vader, utilizing the Force, and I think it looks real good. I heard collectors say that they wanted to use this for different things. Our good friend Layal said that he wanted to use this for the Rey figure, you know, to reenact that scene at the end of The Last Jedi, which that makes complete sense. It makes complete sense. And look, I think for what it is, I think it looks great. And that's the thing, I love what Hot Toys is doing now with these dioramas. I mean, the Batman 89, I think that's one of the best dioramas that we've seen thus far, where it just adds so much presence to the figure, almost making it like a statue, if you will. Now, I know some people are like, well, man, I don't like that because it takes, you know, it takes up so much shelf space. But here's the thing. You don't have to use it. You know what I'm saying? You can have it up for a little bit, then move it out of your collection as your collection grows. But I do like this. I think it looks great, and I can't wait to use it with the figure. And here he is in all his glory, Obi Wan Kenobi from the Obi Wan Kenobi series. And I gotta tell you guys, my first impressions, I think this thing looks wonderful. I think it was well worth the wait. I think they did an excellent job on it. The head sculpt is amazing. I'm glad they decided to update it. The proportions are very well. He is a little beefy in the robe tunic area. He is a little, I don't know, it's just a little beefy to me. I don't know, I gotta go back and watch. It's been a minute since I watched the show. And I feel that, I don't think it was this beefy, or maybe it was, but I just feel that the tunic area is just, it's kind of weighty and beefy and poofy there. I don't know if they just got a fat suit or whatever up under there, but it just, I don't know, it just seems like it's just a lot of unnecessary material there. But that's my only nitpick. Everything else is amazing. And I don't even think that's a bad thing. It's just something that I just noticed. But this looks great. I think it was worth the wait. It was. We waited an awful long time for this figure. And no, they did not disappoint. I think they did an excellent job with this. I think it looks great out of the box. Let's go ahead and look at it. Start with the boots. We're gonna start with the boots. The boots are well sculpted. Really great job on that. They did an excellent job on it. You see those leg warmers. I know some collectors out there were saying that they did not like the leg warmer look. Like, what is he about to do aerobics? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. This dude's about to, you know, be in Flash Dance too. What's going on? You know, they did not like the leg warmers. I did. I thought it just gave a extra pop of color. You know, it was kind of interesting. But my biggest problem with these boots is, I mean, they're stiff as shit. They are super stiff. You can just look at them and see they're stiff. I wish we got some of that, you know, bendy type of rubbery, plasticky material that we could get a little bit of articulation there, but no, it's just straight cut. It's not not a lot going on there. But you know, Hot Toys' mission statement is they'll take likeness every day over functionality. That's just what it is. And I think, you know, sometimes you have costumes where they give you a happy medium with that, and sometimes they don't. It is what it is. Moving up, you see the trousers right there. They look good. Real great nylon looking material in that brown right there. Moving on up to the tunic, which we were just talking about, does look a little kind of poofy, but if we go back and look at the show, it may be just like that on the show. But it looks good, you know, going down to, up to the belt area. I like the belt. I love the sculpting of the little pouch and the Copper Tech lightsaber holder right there. Very accurate. We've seen those Copper Techs a lot, especially all my people that, you know, go to Disney World and Disneyland and Galaxy's Edge. So that looks accurate. The belt is great. Tunic looks good, great material, really nice looking material. Once again, Hot Toys doing it with their high quality cut and sews. Moving on up to the sculpt, the head sculpt, the star of the show, ladies and gentlemen. They nailed it. I think this is the strongest Obi Wan Kenobi head sculpt. Now I know we got the General Kenobi head sculpt too, which that is a great head sculpt. Not knocking that one at all. That is a great one. Matter of fact, that General Kenobi figure is amazing. Some people actually prefer it over this one. Me personally, I like the kind of the tunic Jedi look, you know, in my opinion. So I'm definitely gonna go with this. But that General Kenobi ain't nothing to sneeze at either. Hey, if you went with the General Kenobi over this one, I'm not mad at you. I'm not. But this one, is for the Kenobi collection. I have most of the Kenobi. Well, damn near at this point, I have all the Kenobi figures at this point right now. So this was essential to have the title character. But this head sculpt looks amazing. It is fire. Once again, Hot Toys doing it up with their hair sculpts. The hair looks, I mean, this shit, you from a distance, I'm looking at it at a distance right now, and I'll be honest with you, it looks like it's rooted. It really looks like it's rooted, especially how the light is hitting it. It looks like it's rooted with some product in. That's how good the sculpting is. They did their damn thing with that. And they did it so well that you don't even need this thing sculpted. That's how good they did with it already. This didn't even need an artisan. That's how good the damn sculpting of the hair is. Looking at the beard, I think they got the beard and the lip thing that all Obi-Wan figures kind of have. They kind of do it kind of weird. I think they actually did it way better on this version of the sculpt. And let's not forget, this sculpt does have the purge system, the eye rolling function. So you can give him some looks and give him some life. Real nice looking head sculpt. All around, very nice looking figure. Okay, so here's Obi-Wan with the robe. And I gotta tell you, I kind of like the robe. All Hot Toys Star Wars robes kind of fit weird to me. They do. This one is one of the better ones, in my opinion. I don't like how the hood, how it sits up on the side right there a little bit. I don't like that as much. If I could zoom in a little bit, you see how like that area, how it like zips. Yeah, I think it could sit a little better than that. But for what it is, I do think it looks good. I think it looks good. It drapes strangely kind of well. It does. There is wires in it. There's wires at the bottom and around the hood area. And like I said, for the most part, I think it fits pretty well. It's weird because when I pulled it out, it felt like it was not wet, but it felt like it had been worn. And it had a good feel to it, is what I'm trying to say. When you get it out the box, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It didn't feel like just, material that's been sitting out in the sun. It felt wet, a little damp, as you would think a shroud or a robe, this guy in hiding out in exile, running around getting rained on and everything. You would think that's how it would actually feel. And they replicated that pretty damn well. It's very strange and very kind of satisfying when you touch it and feel it. That sounds weird. But you know when you get it in hand, you'll know what I'm saying. But yeah, it just had like it's been worn before. Real good Hot Toys with that. Did a real good job on that. Okay, and there he goes with the hood up. As I was saying, Hot Toys with their cloaks and their robes, the hoods just sit weird. To make this look right, you would probably need like those little tiny thin magnets to put on each side of the hood to make it rest well. So, a little trip to Home Depot, $5-10 bucks, you can get that fixed if you want to do that. We shouldn't have to do that at this point, but it is what it is. I'm not going to have mine displayed like this anyway, because I think it hides that wonderful head sculpt. But if you wanted to do that, there is a way to do that with magnets or tape, and I'll probably do another video or something like that showing you guys how to do that. Who knows? We may add that to this segment before we end the video. So yeah, I'll show you guys how to do that. Why not? But yeah, like I said, this is a look I won't be going for the way I will have him displayed. So yeah, but that's how it looks out of the box. Okay guys, so that's been my review of DX26 Obi Wan Kenobi from the Obi Wan Kenobi show by Hot Toys. And on a scale of 1 to 10, I give it a strong 9. Yes, this gets a 9. This is overall a great figure. The head sculpt is amazing. It has great likeness to Ewan McGregor, and just a total update and upgrade from what we initially saw with the prototype. They nailed it. It was well worth the wait. The figure itself, just great. The body is great. The only thing that I had to knock it down a couple points on is, yes, the boots, the ankles. The ankles just don't pose for shit. They don't. He stands up pretty well though. He does. He really does stand up pretty well. But I do wish it was some ankle articulation in there. I think they could have, you know, did an extra step and gave us that. Would have been nice. Going back to some figures we had this year that had good ankle and toe articulation. Once again, She-Hulk. She had great ankle and toe articulation, and the shoes just worked, you know. And I think they should have used some flexible rubbery plastic material for the boots so we could get that articulation, but they didn't. So it is what it is. Another thing, the tunic. I kind of don't like how the tunic sits for some reason. It's like real big and kind of poofy. I think with a little bit of futzing, I'll be able to fix that. But right out of the box, it is something that you're gonna have to deal with. But I think that could be better. But once again, those are the two gripes that I have. The only problems I have with the figure. Overall, the figure is great. I love the diorama base. Yes, it does take up a lot of space, but it does help you tell the story of what happened in the show. So I find it an essential piece of the figure. I like its presence. It has presence. The saber, even though I know a lot of people give a lot of shit to Hot Toys and their sabers, and no, they will never, and I mean never, be what a CCFL is. They just don't light. They just don't have that luminescent that CCFL has. But what we get out of the box, it is pretty damn good, you know, because I do think they're getting better. The blue pops. I can see it even under this light. As you can see, my lights are adjusted a bit so you can see the glow from the lightsaber a little bit. But I do think the LED works. I think it looks good for what it is. Will the CCFL be better? Absolutely. But for what you get out of the box, it ain't bad. Ain't bad at all. So guys, that's why I gave it a 9. But you know what? That's my opinion. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe, bang that bell for notifications, and all that good stuff. I'll see you on the next one. Peace, and we are out.